Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Common Sense Right. Before the video begins, I just want to say consider leaving a like and subscribing if you guys enjoy this type of content. We do debate breakdowns, we do political analysis, that type of thing. And for full transparency, we have all of our links in the description from, the articles that we read and all the data stuff that we have, or, all that type of stuff. All the links will be in the description below for full transparency. Now, with that said, we're talking about a really juicy topic today, one that I'm very interested in. So, as of August the 6th, Trump signed a brand new executive order to make a brand new approach at fighting off the birthright citizenship ordeal. As we know, his last effort was rejected by the Supreme Court, unfortunately. So, a while back, Trump wrote an executive order to get rid of birthright citizenship just flat on its face. You come over here and you're an illegal immigrant. Your newborn baby is not granted citizenship. That executive order was rejected by the Supreme Court, and Trump has now signed a brand new executive order, and he is more or less going for the same thing. He's targeting birthright citizenship, but he's going at it at a different way. This is a much more specific targeting, and he's trying to get in there. He's trying to wiggle his way in there and get this to be accepted by the Supreme Court. But we're going to discuss the ramifications of that, and we're going to really discuss if that's likely to happen or not. So about this new executive order, it is targeting children connected to foreign government personnel or alien enemies, and people specifically using the U.S. to anchor their babies, so anchor babies again, thus granting them citizenship in the United States as it is right now. So, the 14th Amendment, as it is written, says people born in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens. Trump's recent attempt that was rejected was a very broad angle, meant to sweep out all births of children when neither parent was a citizen or a lawful permanent. So this is aiming at enemies of the country, specifically when they come over here to try to anchor their babies and get them thrusted into the land to become citizens of the United States. Birth tourism and anchor babies. These people come to the country pregnant with the purpose of anchoring their babies and making them U.S. residents automatically to stay in the country and wiggle their way into this difficult question we're now opposed. Should they go back or stay in the country since, their kids are citizens now in the United States? So as it sits, the way that the 14th Amendment is written out, it is very hard to get anything to pass by the Supreme Court with how it's written. It's baked into the amendment already, so this the subject to the jurisdiction thereof is already baked in. It's hard for the Supreme Court to rule Donald Trump's his own interpretation of it. It'd be a very difficult thing to do. And even as it sits right now, going at it from a much more specific angle, and I think this would be great. I'd love to get rid of birthright citizenship, straight up. I don't think when the 14th Amendment was, created, I don't think it had this type of thing in mind of illegal aliens coming over here and anchoring their babies. I don't think that was ever a possibility or an idea. But as it's written now, it's hard to do anything. So I doubt they're going to actually sign off on this executive order. I'm as much as I'd love to see it, I'm sure it's not going to pass by the Supreme Court this time either. And the ramifications of which getting someone's own interpretation could be a good thing and a bad thing down the line, because if our enemies get into power, then they might be able to sign off an executive order to not only just bring it back or something, or to even go more broader with how it's written, and to just, who knows, just let anyone come over here and just automatically become a citizen. I don't know. To be honest, I don't see it getting passed by the Supreme Court, to be fair. But I suppose anything's possible. I'm willing to be wrong in this assessment. One especially useful historical point is that the children of foreign diplomats are already a recognized exception to ordinary birthright citizenship, because diplomats aren't considered subject to the U.S. jurisdiction in the same way. Trump's latest approach appears partly designed around arguing that other categories should be treated similarly. And I was actually looking at historically if presidents have ever did anything kind of similar. And from what I could gather, it seems the only time this has ever sort of kind of happened, but not really, was with Abraham Lincoln. Presidents have pushed aggressively interpretations of their constitutional power before. Lincoln did it with the Emancipation, but there's a major difference between saying Article 2 gives me this wartime authority and saying the phrase inside the 14th Amendment should now mean something narrower that courts have historically understood it to mean. So, at the end of the day, I like the effort, but I highly, highly doubt the Supreme Court is going to rule over this interpretation thing, especially where it's never been done before. I doubt it's going to happen now. Unfortunately, I don't like the idea of birthright citizenship personally, but let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What do you think is going to happen? What's the possibility of this getting by the Supreme Court, and what are the ramifications if somehow it does later down the line? And yet again, if you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel for more content just like this. And with that said, Jesus Christ is King. Repent and believe in the gospel, everyone.